So for the patients who are able to adhere to the instructions that you give them, or they're following along with some of the health coaches or nurses, have they been able to reverse the, diabetes too with success?
Yes. So again, it's based on the patient, but we have seen a number of patients that were able to get off their medications. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So this lasts as long as they continue to do the tenets of a healthy lifestyle, exercise, sleep, some nutrients, exercise. We've had patients who got off of it and then they say, "Oh, I'm cured," and then they go back to their ways, and sure enough, their A1C goes up again. But we have seen a number of cases, and we have seen patients that have struggled, and that's where I think the health coach comes in, or group visits, something like that. So physician-led or nutrition-led group visits, I think, are the wave of the future. One, because initially functional medicine tended to be a branch of medicine that was restricted to patients to have a good amount of discretionary income because it was not cheap.
That's right.
In the last 5 years, it's like, you know what? The patients who need this most are patients who may not have a lot of discretionary income, who are working 1 or 2 jobs, who have a lot of financial commitments, So then we started to have group visits, and then we started to have group functional visits, and then we started to have group nutritional functional visits. So we want to make this available to as many patients that can take advantage of this. If it's only related to people who have a very high level income, you're not going to target a good majority of the people that could benefit from these programs.
Absolutely. So let's just talk about the building blocks to help reverse diabetes. Like you talked about the diet and the lifestyle. So, on a very high level, like if someone is diabetic, they'll have to change their diet, and then lifestyle, exercise, and even supplements. I mean, what are the key building blocks on very high level?
So typically patients will come in and they say, "Doc, I don't know why my diabetes is out of control. I mean, look at what I'm eating. I'm healthy oats steel cut oats in the morning, and as you know, oats in certain patients, it's like adding the match to kerosene. So it is a carbohydrate. So a lot of times patients, not everybody, but a lot of time patients will benefit from a lesser or ketogenic type diet. Okay. There was a study where it was from, but they put patients on a ketogenic diet for 6 months and actually reversed their diabetes for 3 months. So these are patients did 6 months of a keto diet, stopped it, and then went back to pretty much baseline, allowed them to stay diabetic free for 3 months after that. If they stayed on a healthy protocol, then they reversed their diabetes indefinitely. So we know that in a lot of patients, reducing carbohydrates, especially starchy carbohydrates or processed foods or commercial vegetable oils such as soy, sunflower, safflower, canola, corn, soy. A lot of these oils help with the not help, but they contribute to the inflammatory burden of the patient. So we work with that with diet. And then exercise. Patients don't realize you don't have to go out there and run a marathon. If you're sedentary and you're going out there and just walking, that would be beneficial as long as you do it on a regular basis. With the COVID, we've seen a lot of patients either gain weight or have diabetic conditions worsen. So again, we have to be sensitive of where they live. If they can't go outside, then we need to find something they can do in their home. We need to make it doable for them. I think that's the most important thing, is that we listen to our patients. If you tell them, "Oh, just go to the park," well, their park may be closed or they may feel uncomfortable. So with the COVID, really ratcheted up the need to be sensitive to what the patient can and cannot do. Some of them can't go shop at Whole Foods or an outlet that has organic types of food. So you have to go where the patient is, and I think that's where, again, the coach comes in, because they can either send the patient links to where to go, or help them with shopping, or a lot of different things. Help them with a home exercise program, or use something on the internet where they can do 15 minutes or a 7-minute exercise program. So again, we have to keep the patient in the center there, so that we can do things that they can actually do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.